Okay, here we are. After a traumatic series of technical difficulties, we finally made it. This is one of the challenges that I am probably the most hyped about in challenge history on the stream. We're going to play a game called Penultima, which is fantastic. This is a challenge that was redeemed by David, but is being officiated in some sense by Nathaniel, who is our kind
Hello.
of DM or CM, PM, Penultima Master. Nathaniel's in the call with me. Say hello, Nathaniel.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Very nice. Joining us as well is, of course, that other David guy, aka Gordian Tangle. Say hi, David.
David.
There we go. Okay. So, what the hell are we doing? This is a game where two people play chess. The twist is they have no idea what any of their pieces do. In this case, the two people playing are myself with the black pieces and David with the white pieces. So we're all in a call together. You started a tavern in the corner, you overhear two of the city guard talking about a series of burglaries in the Cloud District. Very good. Yes. Okay. It's a little bit Mao, but chess. It's very good. I appreciate that reference. Nathaniel is the only one of us who knows what any of the pieces do. What we have to do, myself and David, is to attempt to make moves, which Nathaniel will then tell us whether or not those are legal moves, and we'll keep trying until our turn doesn't pass, until we make a move that turns out to be legal. And so we have to figure out what it is that our pieces do. Our pieces are not necessarily the same, so my pieces might do something different than what David's pieces will do. And there's really kind of all there is to it. So it's chess 960, but you don't know which. No, it's not. It's not restricted to just being the chess pieces of moves. So there could be like crazy shit going on. Pieces could like teleport. They could like queens could move like knights on a Tuesday, rooks on a Wednesday, anything like, the sky's the limit. Or in this.
I definitely implemented a day of the week piece.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. And there aren't necessarily time controls here at the start. So who knows? That might become relevant. Every third move, queens move like a knight. Could be, right? Yeah. So this is going to be a ton of fun. We did a test stream of this just to sort of try and figure out how unwieldy the format would be. We played a game of this yesterday, the three of us in a private call, and it went pretty smoothly. But this is a new board. Nathaniel's got a new set of piece rules that we don't know yet, so we haven't been spoiled at all. This is something that, I'll let him talk about it in a second, but he painstakingly crafted and also balance tested. And so here we go. That's pretty much it. Don't know what we're getting into, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Nathaniel, take it away.
All right. So first things first, I'm going to talk to you guys about the kind of information that you guys can get. So
Okay.
first off, you guys can try different moves. And if the move is possible, I'll tell you that happens. If the move is not possible, I'll say that does not work or something to that effect. If for some reason the move is impossible because it would place you in check, I'll say that puts you in check. I won't say it's not possible because that's probably crucial information.
As Peppo G, all right.
Yeah. Also, every 5 moves, you start with 0, but every 5 moves, you get to ask a question. The question has to either be it has to be able to be answered with a yes, a no, or the name of a piece.
Oh, okay.
This is a little bit different from what we did yesterday when it was just yes or no questions. Now it's yes, no, or the name of a piece.
Okay.
So
okay.
that kind of expands things out, makes it so you don't have to worry about making such complicated questions. And so there are a few different ways that you can move pieces in the game. Just to give you a rundown of what you can expect. There are sliding moves, like a rook move, which cares about the pieces in the way. If there's a piece blocking it, it can't continue the move. There are jumping moves, which don't care about the pieces in the way. There are moves that can either move or take, just like a regular rook move. There are moves that can only move, which is like a forward pawn push. And there are moves that can only take, like the way that a pawn takes. There are contextual moves where it depends on the board state whether or not you can make that move. For example, all moves come with the context you can't make it unless it gets you out of check if you are in check.
Right, right.
And there are a couple of additional moves. Specifically, both sides. Oh, by the way, these are asymmetrical armies. The two armies are not alike at all.
All of
And
the
not
pieces
only
are
that,
different for
but-
both of us.
Say again.
Like, there's absolutely no overlap between our pieces.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, there
Alright.
is no overlap. No piece from either side is shared. Also, none of the pieces are traditional chess pieces. They're all different.
Alright,
However,
good to
I
know.
will mention that the kings are the royal pieces. So your goal is to checkmate the opponent's king.
Okay.
And for a good few of the pieces, they are inspired in part by their original piece. Not all.
Okay.
Not all are, but some of them have something to do with it.
There's no similar guarantee about them not being famous fairy pieces, right?
That's right. There's no guarantee that they're going to be any particular thing.
They could be famous
And-
cherry pieces. It's possible.
There's one piece that can allow you to move an opponent's piece. There's
Okay.
only one piece on the board that does that. Both
Sorry,
armies.
one for each of us? Exactly one piece? One type
One
of piece?
One piece between the two armies.
So it's a queen or a king.
There is, for each army, there is a piece that can move on to an ally piece. I can't tell you any more than that.
Okay.
Also, one more thing. There are pieces that have asymmetrical ways of moving. So, like a rook can move up and down or left and right.
Right.
Another example would be something that can move towards the enemy's back rank as a rook, but can only move backwards as a knight. So asymmetrical.
Okay. Okay. Andre and Narik, a lot of we test drove this for a reason, and Ruthanos put a lot of thought into like how much of this information it would be beneficial for like gameplay and content to reveal. So you let the man PM how he's gonna PM. All right, cool your jets.
Are they saying I'm revealing a little bit too much?
Yeah. They just want like absolutely nothing. You know, just throw us in the forest with like unclothed.
We saw that
blindfolded.
last time. Don't you worry.
All
And
right.
that's
So
the last thing I'm going to share.
Just to remind us, so there's one piece on the board that enables you to move your opponent's pieces. There.
And just to clarify on
Yeah.
that, was that numerically one piece, one type of piece? Because if it's numerically one piece, that guarantees it's one of the kings or one of the queens.
One type of piece.
One type of piece. Okay,
Okay,
good
that's
to
what
know.
I was trying to get at.
I thought he left it ambiguous on purpose. And there is one type of piece for both of us that, or just one type on the board that enables you to move onto an ally's square.
One for each army.
Okay, one for each army. And the asymmetric, there is one in general or one for each army? Or is there at least one?
It's uncertain how many asymmetric pieces you have.
Okay, but there exists an asymmetric piece, at least one, somewhere on the board.
Yes.
Okay.
Could be every single piece is asymmetric. You never know.
Okay. Word. But like inspired by original piece was unnecessary because it's a reasonable assumption anyway. It's definitely not, Andre. It's not a reasonable assumption at all. So, all right. Full blindness is peak content. I disagree.
All right. And now, do you guys have any questions? Anything that I can clarify before we start making moves?
I think I'm
Just,
gonna have to.
how do the pieces move and how do we play?
Hard to keep track of what is what. That's part of the game, baby. We gotta. I think that David's got notes, but I'm just going in. I don't have time for that. I got streamer
I
brain.
need to blow up my spot like that. They're not good notes. You should see how my notes from last time were. They had,
Well,
like,
yeah.
very little
Whether they're gonna be
correspondence.
helpful or not, we'll see. If someone had little hats, you could put them on the piece. Could do. Just got here, so I have no clue what's happening. Perfect, because neither do we. The game is me versus David, and we don't know what our pieces do. Only Nathaniel knows what our pieces do. None of our pieces do the same thing. It's going to be great. Checks are not announced. No, they are. So that's what Nathaniel said at the beginning. If a piece would put someone in check, then he says that it's check, right?
That's right.
Or do you say when an attempted move is made that keeps you in check, you can't do that because it keeps you in check? Because that's important. Because then if you like dumbfounded your way into blocking the check, you wouldn't receive the information that you were in check one way versus the other. So which is it?
I'll go for if you're moving into or out of check, I'll let you know whether or not it gets you into or out.
There we go. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. I'm ready to go if you are, David. You've got the white pieces.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Go nuts. GLHF.
The LHF. Okay, I'm gonna start with a cool H2 H5.
H2, H5 does not work.
Okay, H2 H4.
Does not work.
Okay, I'm just gonna try King E3.
King E3 works.
Oh, okay.
the turn one
Dark Cloud
bomb
first
cloud.
move. It was one in spirit.
Oh, that's so good. Question system is nice. Oh my god. Okay. This is fantastic. Wow. The people's champion. Chat blow it up. We doubled in viewership. Everyone's freaking the fuck out. All right. He's won the game on turn one. By the way, Nathaniel, thank you for making this a possibility. Okay. Shit, what do we
I like
do?
how you had to take a second to think about it, as if this was not your grand design.
Yeah. It's like when I
Is that
tried
a
to
legal
code
move?
chess. Okay. Shit, now okay, see, now I can... Now he can actually get a lot of information out of... Alright, let's just start... I mean, I could try and counter Bond Cloud. I don't know if that's more or less fun than trying to... Well, you know what? Hey,
So our kings
it's
are
worth a shot.
explicitly not the same piece as each other, so it'd be actually high information to know if you could also do it.
Okay, let's see if we can do King E6.
Does not work.
King leads his army, quite formidable. Okay, we're gonna go King F6.
Does not work.
We're gonna go King G5.
Does not work.
King
I forgot
E5.
to be taking notes this whole time.
Does not work.
King E7.
Does not work.
It was worth a shot. All right. Well, okay. You know, hold on. King D5.
Does not work.
Move one. It's already an illegal chess position. All right. We're gonna abandon ship and we're gonna try and play Rook B6.
Does not work.
Okay. Rook A6.
Does not work.
Rook C6.
Does not work.
All right, we're going to try Queen D6.
Does not work.
Queen E6.
Does not work.
Queen F6.
Does not work.
Okay, I'm going to try to move my queen. We're going into this early. This is strategy that that was formulated by David last night when we did a test drive of this. Sorry that I'm breaking this out before you are, but I need to know. So in order to save time, plot twist, this is stalemate. I'm going to program a series of attempted moves.
Oh no, you're doing the first snake?
I know, I'm doing the first snake. just to get through this and save time. Okay, this is a David move. I've just co-opted this just so everyone knows. Sorry for jumping the gun here. I scooped him. Okay, so we're going to try and move our queen to H6 across the 6th rank to A6, then A5 and then snake our way down all the way to h3. Can we move our queen to any of those spaces?
None of those moves work.
Same with our rook.
Okay, so which ones are you doing for the rook?
Okay, so I'm doing the A8 rook.
Yeah.
From H6 to A6.
Yeah.
And then A5, and then across to H5, H4, A4, etc.
So just the middle 4 ranks.
Correct. And also E1.
None of those moves work.
I guess you said that I could move my pieces onto each other potentially, so what I should really try is rook H8 to A8.
Does not
Really
work.
hoping this is just a self-capture.
Oh, that would suck. Okay, and same with my pawns.
All right, so same with the pawns. So you're
Rook
doing
A8, the rook on A8 from H7 to A7.
All right, remove H7 from the board,
Okay?
and the H7 goes onto that square. That is a
H7?
or no, A8. Sorry,
So the rook on A8 is now on H7?
that's right.
Is my pawn also on H7?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right, your move, David.
All right. I'm gonna try to go.
Great guess.
Uh,
Nice rook
G1
doubling.
knight to H4.
G1 knight to H4 does not work.
Okay.
Okay. G1 knight to H5.
Does not work.
Okay. I am going to try to. You know what? The king and queen like to hang out together. I'm gonna try to do queen D3.
Does not work.
We went
Okay.
0 to 100 real quick. We should have. I feel like I should have dipped my toes before going in. So ham.
Okay.
Hey, it's a
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
try to move all of my pieces sequentially, starting with A1 to A8.
To where?
To A8.
To A8.
Oh, so he's trying to move all of these pieces in this order to this square.
None of those moves work.
Okay.
You thought.
Okay. I'm gonna try to move E2 to 3.
What did you say? B2 or
No, E2 F3.
E2?
Go
E2
to
F3
Foxtrot
does
3.
not work.
Okay. Go to Echo 4.
Does not work.
Okay. Following Sumet's lead, following my lead, I'm gonna try to move first my dark square bishop, then my light square bishop to any of the squares in the middle 4 ranks, starting from C1 and doing the snake.
Does not work.
Okay.
Okay, same with my knights, starting with light square knight followed by dark square.
How long does the game of this take?
so-
It took us about 2 hours, I think, maybe, or an hour and a half.
It's less. It was closer to 90.
Yeah. Okay. It
So
was like
how
90
many
minutes to play
what
this the
squares
first
you
time.
to again?
Sorry, Rosanna, I didn't hear you.
What squares are you moving to again?
I'm trying the middle 4 ranks, snaking from C1.
From C1. All right, so that's A1. So it's C1.
So it's this. Wait, starting from C1. So your dark square bishop,
I
you're
already
trying
tried
to get.
the bishops. I was told it didn't work.
So are you doing A1 or C1? So I want to be sure.
I said the middle 4 ranks starting from C1 in the snake pattern.
Do you mean
Okay.
from A3?
Oh, A3. Sorry.
No, I got you.
calling that
Okay, no,
C1.
that's what. Okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
got you. I
what I
got
was
you.
confused.
All right.
Yeah,
Alright,
no.
so-
Sorry, A3, the one that square is.
Okay.
And you're doing the light squared knight first?
Which piece are you starting your search with?
Light squared knight.
Then that moves to A3.
Okay. Nice. All right. Fantastic. If it had captured the king, that would have probably been illegal DCV. So he wouldn't have lost. All right. Okay.
You know what
Let's
say?
try.
Knight on the rim looks like I win.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, listen. We've played the Rook A H7 engine for this game one, so we're gonna follow it up with a very sensible E5.
That works.
Of course it does.
Okay,
Your move,
I'd
David.
like to try to capture that pawn with my king.
All right, you capture that pawn with your king.
Aw, bro, come
yeah. Easiest game of my life.
on. What? Wait, no, isn't that? Oh no, it's not, is it? Listen, okay. I suspect that I have rooks that are kind of like, that capture my own pawns wherever they are. But once he takes the pawn, I guess my rook can no longer do that. So this apparently is legal. Now I'm curious as to, so it seems like the king has a jump, teleport, capture 2 squares away orthogonally. Snaking from end to back gets more info, it seems, but adds more risk. Okay, I don't know how my pawns can travel. I sort of, okay, let's go with a D6.
Right. D7, D6. Yeah, that works.
All right. I wonder if this is check, but we're gonna find out in a second.
It's not check.
Oh, you okay? Well, that's good to know.
Okay.
All right, David.
I'm gonna try to do king C3.
So you're trying to move the king?
King C3. Sorry, C3.
D3. Charlie 3.
Does not work.
Okay.
Can't move diagonally.
King Delta 4.
Does not work.
Okay. Well, actually, this is important information. King Echo 3.
Does not work.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Do I only have a forward-moving king? Oh no!
Don't they have questions they should be using? Nurik, we get 1 question every 5 moves.
Okay, you know what?
Can't move back
This
to either.
could make this a very short game 1, but I'm just gonna go, King Echo 7.
Does not work.
Wait, you have to tell me why.
Yeah,
it because
is
of
he in
check?
check? Because you said you'd tell us if it was check.
It's not check. It is an illegal move.
Huh.
Whoa! What?
I'll give you a little bit of information.
Oh,
There
hold on.
are
Okay, hold on.
contextual
It
moves.
makes some sense, right? It has to be, right? So I'm gonna share this information with my opponent.
Oh,
I'm
I think the king
speculating
can't
that
be
the
offsides.
I assumed that it was if the king gained superpowers if it was next to his pawns. Is what I assumed. But I don't know.
I think there's an offsides rule with my king.
What do you mean? You're already offsides.
No, that I can't surpass his pieces voluntarily.
Oh, I don't know. That I think it's more thematic if the king is stronger next to its own pawns or something like that.
Okay, can my king, I'd like to try to take with my king on, D6.
Does not work.
Okay. Okay, I'd like to try to move my king to, any square starting, on a snake from A1.
From
No
A1?
move works.
Sorry, what'd you say?
No move.
I'm trying to
works.
move my king
The
to
king
any
can't
square
move?
starting on the snake from A1. If no moves.
The king cannot currently move.
Oh, jeepers creepers. Okay. I'm gonna try to move my my D pawn to anywhere in its files, starting with D7. It's working its way back.
Right. That would be D2 to D3.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
God. That's so good. There's some speculation in the chat. I can't tell if I'm enjoying this or suffering. I think you've answered your own question, Andre. You know what? We're gonna play like a cool just knight c6.
It does not work.
Okay, I've kind of abandoned my note taking.
Okay, so this isn't check. So my pawns seem to maybe move like pawns, but they don't take like pawns. You know
I think
what?
they're shogi pawns. You got screwed.
We're gonna maybe. How do shogi pawns capture?
Just forwards.
Shogi pawns capture other pawns? Straight ahead?
Yeah, they just capture and move straight ahead. They're like spearmen.
I don't remember that. We gotta go back and play more shogi. Okay.
Sorry, I need to remember which animal it is.
What about okay, what about a7 to a4?
A7 to A4 works.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Oh, so my rooks, my pawns like move like rooks, and my rooks can take over. Can Agent Smith my pawns? Is that what this
What
is?
if you just have pincer pawns?
It's possible.
Okay,
Alright.
I'd like to try to take that pawn with all of my pieces starting with the knight and then going along the A rank. Or A file.
So that pawn that just
A
moved.
rank.
Yeah.
Okay, none of those moves taken.
Yes.
So just to confirm, taking with the knight doesn't work, and taking with all of my back rank doesn't work.
That's correct.
You didn't try taking
Okay.
it with your king.
I have a sequence. Now I'm gonna try to move my king to any unoccupied square in a snake starting from A1.
Does not work.
Jeepers.
King is going hard, dude.
Okay, I'd like to, with my H rook, try to take all of his back rank starting with H8.
Does not work.
Okay, can I take the H7 rook?
Does not work.
Listen,
I'm gonna
it's-
try to move my H rook to say E4.
H rook to does not work.
Okay, H rook delta 5.
Does not work.
Foxtrot 3.
Does not work.
Hotel 3.
Does not work.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna push my D pawn 1.
Okay. That's D3, D4. That works.
that works. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And my king feels invigorated again, maybe.
I'm going to attempt to capture the knight on a3 with my pawn on a4.
Does not work.
Balls.
Okay. Not shogi pawns then.
Wow. That's worth a shot. Can I take his c2 pawn with my a4 pawn?
Does not work.
All right, that's fine. Can I? Well. Okay. Can I move my bishop on c8 to e6?
Yes, that works, and that is check.
Hell yeah, dude. All right.
Okay. I take it with my king.
If this is mate.
Does not work.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. It's not mate though.
take the...
Also,
Okay,
also,
I take...
well, one
Sorry,
more
what'd you
thing.
say?
That was the 5th move. You guys now have questions.
Oh, sick. Okay.
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 This is check. It is not mate.
All right. Well, that's good.
Okay.
This is 5D
Said we
chess.
can ask for a question. Okay. Can my king legally capture anything?
No.
Oh.
All right. Well, shoot. Okay, I'm gonna try to move my king to every unoccupied square on the snake starting from A1, but not continuing to rank 8.
Okay. So
I
I'm
think
assuming
your
the
king is
first
gonna
one-
move to either C3 or E3. I'm just gonna predict.
So you're starting from the back rank, the 1 rank,
Yes.
and then snaking forward through unoccupied squares, right?
But not attempting the 2 squares in the opponent's back rank.
Okay. The first one, from what I can see, that works is king to C3.
Called it. Bro, I would have just tried this move anyway because of my theory of now it's adjacent to a pawn. So I think you can move 2 in a teleport. So, all right.
Well, I learned slightly more this way, maybe.
Yeah, well, the question is just so powerful, you know, so. But you did learn a lot, didn't you? Because it means that you couldn't have captured diagonally like that. Although you hadn't captured diagonally anyway, though you did move diagonally to jumping over. So that's interesting. Oh, or maybe you couldn't have moved because it was check as well. Oh, jeez. Man, I really want to figure out what
I'm not giving up trying to mate you with my king before we know what's going on.
Okay. All right. We're gonna. Man, I don't know what my. Wish I knew what my pawns did. Okay. Well.
There are some people in the chat. I don't know if they're actually in the chat though, who have helped me test out this game.
That's good.
Ryan,
Chat
Crazy,
should get a question too.
and Sonoy have all played this game.
All right. Well, none of them I think are commentating here in the chat, so that's good.
Fair.
Okay. Our bishops potentially move like bishops and check like. Well, they attack the piece directly in front of them. That's good to know. Let's see. There are pieces that are asymmetric. There are pieces that can move your opponent's pieces, right? That's interesting. And then there are some pieces that are asymmetric, but we don't know which.
Did you consider a pawn to be an asymmetrical piece, the way you're doing the description, or is it left-right asymmetry that you're talking about?
Good question.
Yeah, I guess pawn would be asymmetrical.
Is this a best of 3? It depends on how this game goes. There is certainly only one set of rules prepared. Are there any constraints on the possible move sets? Not really. Other just has to fit under the descriptions that
And they're forbidden
that
from being
Nathaniel
a
gave
clonal of regular chess pieces.
Yeah.
I also gave you.
Golly. Pawns capture.
This Matt's turn.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna push B7 to B3
All right, that works.
for information. All right. Go ahead, David.
Okay, I'd like to, in a snake starting from A1, try to make commuter moves with all of my pieces when there is a choice, which, well, there's actually never a choice as to what that means, so I just like to try to execute that command.
None of those moves work.
Which moves? Could you
Commuter
repeat?
moves.
I tried to do 4-4 leaps with all of my pieces, starting
okay.
with A1.
You wouldn't
There's only-
reuse rules from our test game yesterday.
Oh, no, a commuter is also just the famous fairy chess piece. It's called a commuter because on a standard board it only moves back and forth between 2 places, like a commuter.
Oh, I see. I see.
When I found out about it, I was like, "This is the worst piece I've ever heard of."
Okay, I'd like to try to take my opponent's A pawn with my king.
A pawn does not work.
Okay, then I will settle for the B pawn.
Does not work.
Dang it.
Because
Okay.
it's check or because it's illegal?
Does not work.
Okay, king A5.
King A5 works.
Okay, I feel like I am blindly walking towards mating myself, but
It's possible.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, Math Fridge. It's been a while since I caught you live. How are things? They're going great. Right now we're playing Penultima. It's a game where I'm playing against David, but only Nathaniel knows what the pieces do. So it's a good time. Okay, so this is a good opportunity to try and figure out what the hell my knights do. So let's try maybe knight A8.
That works.
This works? All
Yes.
right, cool.
That's one horizontal step.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
In the snake pattern starting from A1, I would like to try to move all of my pawns adjacent to my king, where when there is a choice of available squares, starting with the adjacent square to the king is also enumerated by the snake pattern.
Does not work.
Okay.
Sucks.
Okay, I'd like to try to take the A pawn followed by the B pawn with my knight.
Does not work.
I'd like to try to take the A pawn followed by the B pawn with my A rook.
Does not work.
Okay. To try to move my A knight to Echo 5.
Echo 5. That works.
Sorry.
Okay.
A knight to E5.
To E5.
All right, this knight
A knight.
Yep.
is on E5 now.
On E5 now, yes.
Okay.
Easy.
There are multiple things that could mean. Maybe his knight can just move in front of his pawns anywhere. Maybe the way that my rooks can move next to my pawns. Maybe it makes... Maybe it's a super knight, like a knight rider, where it can...
I think it can make up to 3 knight moves, and you're in trouble all the time, always.
Yeah, like if it could either make 1 knight move or like 2 knight moves, or 3, etc. Well, okay, listen. First, I'm gonna try and take this knight with this pawn.
Does not work.
Gonna try and take it with this pawn.
Does not work.
Gonna try and take it with these 2 pawns.
Does not work.
Gonna try to take it with these 2 pawns.
Does not work.
What the fuck are my pawns good for?
Completely calculated.
Okay, well this was check earlier. I was gonna guess that his pawns are equally shit. So I'm gonna take this knight with this bishop.
That works.
Hell yeah. Because we checked the king on that square earlier.
Okay, I'd like to recapture that bishop with my knight.
That works.
Of course it does.
Ooh, yeah.
That is a knight rider move. So the theory holds.
I don't think it's a car with AI. What are you talking about?
The car was named Kit.
Also,
For some
just a
reason.
reminder, you have a question if you want.
That's true. Okay. All right. Oh God. Okay. I want to ascertain information that it would be inefficient for me to ascertain by attempting moves. Maybe... Well... There's still so much I haven't tried to do, right? Okay. Do my pawns... No. Do my pawns capture by moving onto the square where the piece is?
No.
I assume my pawns can capture. It's of course that is like the least the less strong question.
No, I shouldn't say this to my opponent, but I actually think you might have Baroque pincer pawns.
It's possible. No, I mean that's the first. The only issue with that is that I could just you'd be in check this entire time, right?
Oh, true.
I don't know if they can move to the side yet. Maybe it's Baroque pincer pawns, but they can't move to the side. It was a thought that I had. All right, maybe we try. Then again, that's probably gonna. Well, all right. Why not push? Actually. Okay, I'm gonna try to move my C7 pawn to E7.
Works.
Cool.
Okay, my question, strap in.
Oh, this was the question from 5. Samet never used his, if I recall.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have one yet.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
After this pair of moves, though, you will. This is the 10th round.
Are there restraints on the questions that are askable? Yeah, he can only give yes or no answers, or questions that are answerable by a piece name.
Yes.
Like pawn, king, queen, knight, not like, fairy piece names. Can you accumulate questions? Yeah, I assume.
Okay, I'd like to try to capture all of his pawns with all of my pawns in a snake pattern for both my pawns and his pawns, both snakes starting from A1.
Okay, B2 captures B3.
Aw, come on, man. I'm
That
sure
was
my
very
pawns
low
are.
information, but
I'm sure my pawns are decent. I just it's gonna be so hard to figure out what they do. Nested four
I
leaf.
just need one to bail my king out. So
One thing that you can do to try and figure this stuff out is to just continually make pawn moves. Like both sides just spend 5
No,
turns.
of course, but I got shit to do, man. Dude, it's so dangerous to do anything if I don't know what anything does. How? Okay, he doesn't have a. Then, what the fuck do my pieces do, man? My knights can move 1 over. Okay, listen. I'm going to attempt to move my opponent's king 1 square toward my knight and then my queen.
Does not work.
I tried.
I think it's my king can't move because it's not near any pawns, so maybe that's why you can't move it. You should try this once I have pawns
Like it's
near it.
immobilized without. Yeah, maybe.
Another idea is to just move a piece forward.
Yeah, you always can. All right, I'm gonna, I think, commit to trying to figure out what my pawns do. So I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push F5.
That move works.
Actually, is it guaranteed? You can only move 1 piece per move. Nothing is guaranteed, Andre. Oh, that might be. I don't know if Rathania
one
wants
piece
to
per
reveal.
move, that is, I'll actually give you that. That is guaranteed.
That's
Okay,
Peppo
so we
G.
have questions again?
Yes, that was the end of the
Okay.
10th round.
So my question is, from the current board state or from the counterfactual in which it is this board state but Semet's turn, does either of us have M1?
Oh, that's
There's,
fucked up.
No.
Okay, no,
Okay.
no maiden one is on the board.
Okay.
I'll actually give you a little bit extra information. There is a way that Semet can deliver a check to you right now.
I was actually going to ask, potentially as my question, whether I could
Okay.
deliver check.
You want that to be
In a repeat of last turn, I'm gonna try to take all of his pawns with all of my pawns.
does not work.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Okay. I'm gonna try to take the F pawn with my knight.
With your does not work.
Okay. I'm gonna try to push my B pawn to B5 followed by B4.
Does not work.
Wow, what?
Okay.
How did that pawn
said-
get to d4?
Okay. Then well, by cap. Okay. Then I'd like to try to move it to the same pawn, the B pawn. Try to move it to A6 followed by B6.
Does not work.
Okay.
Want to do a snake with that pawn?
I'd like to try a snake with my A rook first, excluding squares with my pieces, but including squares with opponent's pieces, starting from A1.
You don't want to take your own piece for science?
Not right now. You crushed me last game. I'm being more careful.
Obviously, that pawn is pinned, Kappa.
A1 to B1.
Well,
A1 to B1?
cool. Ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
Oh, that's good. Well, hey, that's Puppo G.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
The snake is a good way to get a lot of like moves in edgewise.
Should have done a reverse snake for this rook specifically.
vertical one. Yeah.
All right, well, the problem is his pawn can take this pawn. I don't know how to defend my pawn, so I can't even try a pince move here. I'm pretty sure it's probably not, because otherwise, unless I just can't do forward back pinces, or if there's something else preventing, or maybe the only goal of my pawns is they're super maneuverable, but they can get my...
Or my king is immune while frozen, and the check that you could do is actually moving
No,
one
that's
of my
absurd.
pawns
Then
next
you
to my
can just
king.
not do anything. You could just win if as long as you keep your king immune, right? So that's gotta be too much. Okay, I'm gonna try to move this knight to A7 or sorry B7.
All right. A8 to B7 is made, and that is check.
Okay, so maybe okay. I can make king type moves with my knights, and they check in a knight type pattern, maybe. Asking what piece can give check would be a big brain. I considered doing that, actually. I did consider that.
Okay. I'd like to try to move my king to any unoccupied square just on my 4 ranks. A snake pattern starting from A1.
That's A3.
Wait, sorry, what happens?
So king from A5 to A3.
King from A5 to A3 is
Pawn
legal?
next to A pawn. Maybe it doesn't have to be my pawns.
Maybe it doesn't have to be your pawns. Okay, king moves, knight captures for the knight, possibly.
Want to share information, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't. Okay. Which piece of mine can currently... Okay, DZV's convinced that it's a turn move thing, not a pawn thing. I think that's more difficult to keep track of, and probably from a meta perspective would be unfavorable.
Except for the fact that we do know that turns are already being counted by necessity for the question rule.
It's true.
So
I'm
it's less crazy
unconvinced.
than it would be otherwise.
No, I think
So maybe just trying to psych you out.
I think probably that is not
Hold on.
how it works.
Hold on. Rewind. I just made a realization. You cannot move to A3.
Okay, well,
Hold
I'm
on.
still asking my snake
Because he's
question.
not allowed to move, or because it's check?
Because it's check.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay, well, so does my king move somewhere else?
No.
What?
There is
uh,
no place that the king can currently move. This is not checkmate.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to try to take the knight with all of my pieces, excepting the king, in a snake pattern from A1.
None of those moves work.
Oh.
Okay. Now I'd like to try to take it with my king.
Does not work.
Okay, I would like to try to, using all of my pieces, try to move that knight 1 square towards me.
Does not work.
Okay, I would like to... Okay, try moving it to, in the inverted snake starting from H8, I'd like to try to move the opponent's knight to every square with all of my pieces.
Does not work. Do you want a hint?
Okay.
So he can't capture it with any of his pieces. He can't move it with any of his pieces. He can't move his king.
Both
King
armies...
activate shield.
Alright. Both armies have a piece that can move onto a friendly piece.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
I know. I was asking about unoccupied squares.
Yeah, he
I'd
kept
like
trying to
move it
avoid
to-
taking his pieces with the move.
Okay, I would like to try to move it onto all of my pawns in a snake starting from A1.
Does not work.
Just
Didn't
say
you
every
also
piece
say
to
I
every
didn't have a king
square.
move?
No, you have to program the request. You can't just say, But that's what he's
I thought
doing,
it was
right?
some unoffered and unrequested information that he had said.
I was responding to chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah. Alright, so what's next, Gordy?
Okay, so can you confirm what information you have already given me about the board state?
It cannot move to any empty square. The king cannot move to any empty square.
Okay.
You
I'd
can
like to try
program
to
all
move
of it?
onto
Yeah, that's what
my,
he's doing right now, Derek.
Bishops left to right, failing that my rooks left to right, failing that my knight, failing that my queen.
Alright, it swaps places with the knight.
Okay.
The king swaps
places is good.
with this knight.
That's right.
Fucked up.
Technically, I suppose that's...
I
two
would
pieces
consider
in
this 2 pieces in 1 turn, by the way, but...
fair. But, well...
Alright, so my knight's probably... Possibly... under attack. This position's not check. What do my pawns do? I wonder if my pawns are hypermobile, but I can just take them with my rook anywhere, and they promote. And can't capture... Oh, I have another question. Can I take pieces with my pawns?
No.
For fuck's sake. Okay. Come on, man. All right. Okay. Can I capture this knight with this queen?
No.
Can I capture this knight with my knight?
Yes.
Okay, because it was checking the king that was on that square. So it would stand to reason. All right. Is this
Wait,
check?
parry.
You can take your own pawns, look on the bright side. I think my pawns are hypermobile vehicles that enable me to put other pieces onto other, like to put pieces anywhere I want. They're like a piece delivery system. The only issue is that I don't know what my pieces do.
Okay, I would like to try to redeploy all of my captured opponent pieces, starting with the bishop, but then going for pawns onto any empty square starting from A1. Can I redeploy any pieces?
Does not work.
All right.
Okay,
He
now I'm
can't
gonna try it with
crazy
my
Hess.
knights to any
Yeah.
empty square.
Does not work.
Dang. Okay.
Rip
Okay,
Smet's
I'd like to
pawns.
try to move all of my pawns on rank 2 to going left to right onto the back rank squares, trying A then B then C.
Does not work.
Okay, thank
Okay.
fuck.
C2, C7,
Does not work.
C2, C8. Oh wait, I already tried that. C2, C6.
Did you just say B2, C8? What was the last one? I just want to make sure I heard it.
I trying now C2 C6.
Does not work.
C2 C5.
Does not work.
Okay. E2 E4.
E4 does not. Oh, E2 E4 does not work.
F2 Foxtrot 2 Echo 4.
Does not work.
Knight move pawns
Foxtrot
would be
2
broke as
Foxtrot
F.
5.
Does not work.
Okay. I'd like to try
I
to
can't
move
believe
the...
he can't just push e4. That's crazy.
Okay, King E3.
King E3 works.
King e3 works?
E3? Yeah, E3. Not you have it on E4.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, okay. King e3 I expected to work. Because it's adjacent
Because it's
to
next
a
to
pawn.
a pawn and an
and it
even-numbered
moved.
turn.
I don't think it's the... I really don't think it's the turn, but we're going to see. Craig Yassim. Okay, all right. I think it looks like... Wait, did this pawn get here from d2?
Yeah, it made
okay.
2 moves.
I made 2. Oh, no, okay, so it went d3 then d4?
That's right.
Okay, so he might just have shogi pawns that don't move 2 on their first turn.
Also, I know you guys haven't, you guys have made 1 bishop move so far.
Yeah, we have. How did my bishop moved like a bishop and threatened a square in front of it so far. Okay, my back rank seems to possibly be safe, so let's maybe try and move our queen.
Okay.
I don't want to lose my queen. Okay. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Let's try b6.
Does not work.
Let's try b7.
Does not work.
Let's try a8.
Does not work.
b8.
Does not work.
c6.
Does not work.
7.
Works.
My queen moves like a king. Papo jeep.
Okay, I'd like to try to take the queen with everything on my back rank left to right.
Does not work. You guys make a lot of assumptions that your pieces can jump all the way across the board.
I don't think we're making assumptions. I think that you're hearing a wish and a prayer.
I haven't tried to move
Okay.
my pawns like queens. I've only tried to move them like rooks. I'll try that.
Okay. I'd like to try to move all of my pieces, starting with A1 on the snake, to A8.
A8. Does not work. No, you're right. That's right.
Okay. Pass.
Did you say pass?
He said pass.
All right. Does not work.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was like.
Okay. Charlie 1, Alpha 3.
He tries to bishop move.
That works.
That works?
That works.
My poor pawn is about to get owned. Oh, wait. Okay, this is a good opportunity for me to try. Oh, no, but... well, his bishop... None of our pieces work the same. I don't have bishops that move like bishops. I might have bishops that move like bishops and capture like rooks, possibly. Actually, no.
I mean, I know that I don't have bishops that move like bishops.
Why? You just moved your bishop like a bishop.
Well, it has to be at least non-bishop-y in some way.
That's true.
Oh, true. No, yeah, I'm sure they don't capture like bishops as well. Probably. Let me know when we have another question.
You're on turn 14 right now.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, listen. Let's try and... Okay, maybe... I'm going to try bishop F8 to F6.
That works.
That works?
That works.
Yo, I got queen bishops, dog. This is dope.
Okay. Do I have a question yet?
This is turn 15. As soon as this turn is done.
As soon as it's done?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. King Echo 5.
Cannot do that because that would be check.
Hell yeah. I got queen bishops, motherfucker.
Okay, King.
Spent one of them on a stupid Knight Rider, but.
King Golf 5.
Golf 5 would not. That's check.
Hell
Okay.
yeah, dude.
King Echo 5.
Didn't you just try that?
Sorry, Charlie 5.
Charlie 5. That works. Yes.
What? Alright, that's cool. I really wish I had a bishop right now. Okay, hey, look, this is fine though, right? I don't know what his bishops do though. I don't know what my okay. We're gonna do Okay, we're gonna do knight a6. Check.
Knight a6 check. That is check. And now you guys have an extra question.
And it defends my queen, which I'm sure he can take right now.
So before asking my question, I would like to program my army with standing instructions that before whatever move I say, excepting in situations where I'm in check, which supersede this rule at all times, before entering in my move, I would like to always try to take his queen with all of my pieces.
Okay.
So, like, at the start of your turn, every turn, you're going to try and take his
In
queen.
turns where I do not start in check, assume that prefixed my list of instructions is in the snake pattern trying to take his queen with all of my pieces.
That's superfluous because you could try it if you were in check and it would just be an illegal move anyway.
Sure, but I would like to state the rules this way.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
Cool.
All right. Okay. Okay. So, question time. Are any of the remaining pieces on the board capable of swapping with another piece?
Are any of them? No.
Are any of which
Okay.
pieces?
I asked if any living piece is capable
Swapping?
of performing
No.
a swap.
Swapping? No.
Okay,
Moving on
so
to
that was
the-
just your knights.
Well, I didn't necessarily know that. Now I do.
No, I didn't know if maybe it was like the king or the... But I understand. Your question now is just can anything swap? I thought you were saying can any other piece swap, but I didn't know necessarily which piece did the swapping before. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, I
Is
would
this
like
board
to try to
developed
move
yet?
C2, C3, of course prefixed by my standing queen take instructions.
C2, C3 works.
C2, C3?
Wait, no, hold on. You're in check.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
check.
yeah. Yeah, knight a6
Oh.
check, remember?
Oh, right. Okay.
I missed it too.
Okay, King A7.
That would put you in check.
Hell yeah.
Put me in check.
It would be my knight, I think.
Okay, King takes Echo 7.
Queen takes Echo 7.
King takes e7.
That would put you in check.
Yeah, I got bishop, queen, or queen bishops, motherfucker. Yeah.
Not
Okay,
not necessarily from the
No,
piece
I
that
know, I know.
We try things. Okay.
No, I think it was worth a shot for sure.
King Charlie 3.
Charlie 3, that works.
Yeah, that works, I think. Although I still have no idea what the fuck my queens do.
If my standing instructions work, we'll never find out.
Oh, actually, oh no, but it will get captured. Wow, what the fuck does his bishop do? What does his bishop does? Okay, I'm gonna try. I don't know if my knight can make this move. But we're going to attempt knight b5 check.
That works.
It works. King moves
Yes.
plus knight moves. Okay.
A6 to to b5.
A6 to B5 with the knight.
Yes.
And that's check? Hell yeah, dog. Still defending that queen, even though I think it's probably out of reach of the king anyway.
Your initial move of trying to take the queen with all of your pieces, none of them work.
Okay.
Papochi.
Okay. Like to try King Alpha 5.
Alpha 5 does not work. It will put you in check.
Put you in check because of my knight.
All right. I'd like the king to return home where it's safe.
So to e3.
King c3 to e1.
Is that correct? David, you there?
Yes. Hello?
Yeah.
Did he break?
Yeah, he said yes.
Oh, okay. I may have misheard. All right. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not. He kind of broke up for a second there. It's not you. I mean, I think. Listen. Okay. I'm just gonna try knight takes d4 here.
That works.
Hell yeah. First pawn of the game. We're up material, fam.
Okay.
I
so,
think. Although I might have lost a queen.
Does my automation fire?
Does not. With the queen, no. None of it works.
Okay. And I would like to try to take the knight, starting with my bishops going left to right, then my rooks left to right, then and that's it for now.
You're not gonna sack your queen into my knight?
No.
Your bishop left to right?
He's gonna.
Yes, bishops left to right, followed by rooks left to right, trying to take the knight.
All right.
Yeah.
A3 takes d4.
What?
Oh yeah, easiest game of my life.
Whoa. But what? Okay, so it went from C1 to A3. Do I want to risk my... Okay, I'm going to try to recapture with my bishop.
All right. You recapture with your bishop.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'd like to try to recapture with my queen, if possible, assuming my automation doesn't fire first.
Your automation does not fire, and you capture with your queen.
Fuck!
Oh yeah.
No! Okay, well, we're even in material, except I've lost a bunch of pawns.
You don't know that we're even in material.
No, I don't. But I've lost both my bishops, and they looked like potentially queens, which is Monka S. I do have doubles rooks, though. What do I... Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that rook made that move at the beginning of the game, then never moved again.
Yeah. Okay, I think rooks are kind of... Queen moves... Oh, jeez. Do we have questions yet?
It's turn 19.
You Submet should have
Although
taken
that's
the bishop.
dangerous, because if the answer had been yes, you would have used yours.
that
That's
doesn't.
not how it works. that is really funny though. All right, all right. Let's try and kick the. Okay. Do my rooks have?
You don't have a question yet.
Sorry.
You don't have a question yet. It's turn 19.
Oh, I got you. Did I use my my turn 15 question?
Actually, I don't remember. Do you remember, David?
I don't think he did.
I didn't think I did.
Consistently been lagging behind one question.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, so many questions left. Not anymore. Lol. Can my rooks capture like rooks? In
Well,
addition to any other potential captures, would a rook on h4 threaten the queen on d4?
on h4, no, but they do capture as rooks. This is
What?
a yes and.
So I guess that means they must capture conditionally as rooks? They capture as rooks, but if I had a rook on h4, it could not capture the queen on d4. That's correct?
A queen's immune to rooks.
They capture like rooks, but they can only take your own pieces? Apparently. What? Maybe the queen's immune to rooks? That's fucked up. All right, I'm gonna try and move my knight from g8 to e6.
Does not work.
I didn't think so. It was an act of pure optimism to attempt the move in the first place. I need info on my queen. Okay, I'm gonna try and capture his queen with all my pieces, starting on h8 and snaking down the board.
Does not work.
Balls. What the hell does my queen do?
Something.
Can't believe his queen just captured my queen like that. Jeez. Okay, well, okay. Can I capture his h2 pawn with this rook on h7?
No.
So they capture like rooks. Except
now, if it
only
were
my
on-
own
To clarify the
pieces.
question, by capture like rooks, were you answering capture orthogonally after sliding some amount, or answering capturing like rooks with the assumptions of infinite distance?
Not infinite distance.
Oh, okay. So they might be short range rooks. All right, let's try. Okay, so can I? Well, then again, I do want to defend my pawn over here. Have I tried moving a pawn as a? Okay, can I move my a4 pawn to c6?
That works.
Oh, my pawns move like queens, which is kind of dope. They just don't do anything. Okay, cool.
All right, your programming goes off. No pieces captures the queen.
Sick.
Okay. I actually have a guess about your rooks, but I'm not sure I want to say.
All right.
Okay, well, first, I'd like to, in a snake pattern from A1, try to force all of my pieces to cause Rathaniel's next answer to Sumet to be a lie.
You can't do that because that's you can't like get extra information. You can only attempt moves that
No, I'm trying
you
to
a yes, the
ascertain if
move
that is
works
a legal
or
move of
doesn't.
my pieces. If it works, then you'll know that your next
Oh.
answer is a lie, and I don't get to make a move.
Oh no, yeah, that's true.
That's hilarious. That's not illegal.
Okay, it's not a legal move. Well, that's
Okay.
nice.
uh,
I haven't tried to resurrect my pieces yet. Maybe try. Next turn, chat. For every quadruple A, B, C, D in 1 to 8 to the 4th, lowest to highest, if the tuple AB, if on the tuple AB there is one of my
Notation.
pieces and on tuple CD there is one of their pieces, I'd like to try to capture them from AB to CD. Yeah, he's basically already said that. It's just, although he hasn't tried it for all the pieces, he's only tried it for individual pieces.
I'd like to attempt to execute Hotel 2.
Order
Hotel 3.
66?
Hotel 2 to Hotel 3. That works.
Hotel 2 to Hotel 3. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay. Alright, let's figure out how my rooks move. Okay, first of all, I'm going to attempt this rook, then this rook to f6.
Neither work.
Okay, I'm going to attempt h7 to g6.
Does not work.
Sucks. I'm gonna attempt that queen is really cramping my style, huh? It's really jacking my steez. I don't know what my king does yet. My pawns can't capture. Chat. Chat. God, I need more questions. Okay, I gotta get my rooks into the game. Probably, that's good to do. Jeez. I don't want to use... Well. Okay, I know that this rook is covered against this capture by this knight, probably. So, I think we're just gonna push g6.
G7 to G6?
Yeah.
Is done.
Okay.
Now you guys have an extra round of questions.
Okay.
Should have brought some little hats. With a very long game, you can get GM's bank account information.
How long have we been going so far?
I don't know. Oh, I guess an hour 20-ish? Because I had to restart.
I'd like to... Well, so first do my instructions execute.
Alright, you do not manage to take the queen.
Okay, I'm going to... I feel like I have such an instinct to make my questions gimmicky that I might actually learn more information if I give Cement my question.
Poison, that was with Daniel's question, so it doesn't count.
If you have an agreement, just like ask him what kind of question you want.
True.
He wants to ask, and then just ask that question. Like, that's entirely legal, I guess.
Okay, are any remaining pieces capable of, under any circumstances, changing identity?
No.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Okay.
Harry did. All right, if
I'm
we
going
run
to
it
try
back,
to
I'll
do-
buy some hats. I promise, chat. Okay, maybe I'll 3D print some hats. If we play this again.
Foxtrot 1, Golf 4.
That's right. Does not work. Oh, wait. 1? Does not work.
I mean, I
He
attempted a
captured
camel
with that
my
move
bishop,
before.
just to clarify.
Yeah. He captured with a camel move with a bishop earlier. But apparently that's just not how it worked. Apparently it's a camel capture, not a camel move.
Either
Okay.
that, or it can be blocked.
Oh, a camel move that's blocked, like the Archbishop in Chess Evolved Online or whatever?
Something like that.
So for blocking an L-shaped movement, does that mean that it's only blocked if there are 0 legal L's, or does it have a prescribed L that is the only one it tries to follow?
Not too keen on this hat plan.
Maybe make that one be the next one.
Why, dude? Do you hate fun? Half of David's
Okay,
moves have been killed.
I'm just gonna push my H-Rook 1.
H rook. From H to H2. Yeah, that works.
Oh, shit. That's scary. Okay.
Better move your queen, otherwise my instructions will have my rook auto take it next turn. Pro tip.
I'm just going to... I'd be surprised if it worked. And possibly outraged. I'm going to assume that my rooks defend each other. I have no reason to assume that. But I'm going to just move my knight from... Wait. First, I'm going to attempt to place all of the taken pieces. Pawns first, then knights, then bishops. First mine, then my opponent's. Everywhere on the board, snaking from A8 to H8 and down like that.
None of them work.
All right, we had to try. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take his queen with all my pieces, snaking from H8 to A1.
None of them work.
Okay, in that case, we'll just play knight F7.
Right, knight F7 is made.
All right, I didn't figure out my goddamn rooks, man. If I had, this was a terrible way to. Well, why did I do this?
Okay, do my instructions execute.
They do not take the queen.
Nice.
Okay. I would like to try to move my rook to everything on its diagonal, excepting this is probably the silliest way to do that. I'm gonna try to move my rook to B8.
Wait, what?
My H rook to B8.
Your H
Does
rook
not
to
work.
B8. Oh, B8. I
Okay.
see.
H rook to D6.
Does not work.
That'd be crazy. He's
Do-
defended presumably by my, well, definitely by my knight, but maybe even by my queen as well.
Okay, to F4.
Does not work.
Okay, to G3.
Does not work.
While you resurrect opponent's pieces, just to see whether you
To-
can.
H3.
Say again.
H2, H3.
Yes, that does work.
Oh shit! Is the pawn still there?
Oh, wait. Well, hold on. H2 to H3. I misheard. I thought it was H3 to H4. That does not work.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
H2, H4.
H2 to H4. Does not work.
Okay.
Careful, that rook's a bishop now. Well, my rook can't be a bishop because I tried to capture his queen already.
Okay. E2, E5, followed by E4, followed by E3.
I think it'll result in E3, right?
E3.
Yeah.
I think that too, but we try things.
All right, we haven't figured out how we can move opponent's pieces yet. That's like the one thing.
I'll give you one piece of information. There was an instant where you could have made you could have moved an opponent's piece.
Who? Myself?
Someone could have.
All right.
You cannot currently. Neither player can currently move an opponent's piece.
Okay. Maybe it might be one of our royal pieces can like push. Maybe like a king can push pieces away. That would be pretty thematic. Okay. I think we'll go ahead. My damn pawns. I got Sag pawns, man. Okay, I'll go ahead and play. First, I'll try and capture his queen with all my pieces. H8 to A1.
Does not work.
All right. Actually, I will try. Oh no, that's scary. I don't want to do that. Oh no, it's because it's 4 away. Okay. I'm going to try and capture with all of my pieces snaking from H8 to A1, all of his pieces snaking from H8 to A1. I just need
captures
information.
No captures are made.
All right, that's what I thought. In that case, we'll play Rook E6, attacking his queen.
F7, F6,
F7,
Is made.
E6.
E6 is made. You're right.
All right.
Okay. Well, first my instructions execute. Failing that, I try to take the knight with all of my pieces, starting with rooks, followed by bishops, followed by queen.
All right. Queen takes E6.
Queen takes E6.
Hell yeah.
I was afraid that this would be possible. I thought he's got pretty OP queen. I wonder if it's just like got knight moves, and the answer was yes. My knight's really strong, so that's not good for me. That blows. Okay, I'm gonna try to take his queen with all my pieces. H8 to A1.
Cannot take any.
Well, all of my hypermobile pieces seem to not exist anymore. I've lost track. I have a question now, right?
Yes, you do.
Do I have to ask a question that is answerable by either yes or no, or the name of a piece? Or can I ask a question that is answerable with any 8 of those answers?
Yeah, it's
Being
all
possible.
one big.
All right, so Can my rooks capture like any regular chess piece? If so, which piece can they capture as?
I'm gonna add this with a additional caveat. They can capture as a rook, but
Which
not.
you did say earlier. I guess I did ask that question explicitly.
I'll actually rewind that and let you ask. Since you did ask before.
Oh yeah, because then you wouldn't have to tell. Oh right, because it would have to be a yeah. Okay, so I guess that's a redundant question, isn't it? Okay. What am I asking? Balls. Dude. The thing is, my pawns also... I can't believe that my pawns can't capture, because then none of them are defended by, like, anything. Except for the ones immediately surrounding my units. Oh, jeez. Okay. None of my pieces last turn could capture any of his pieces. My queen must be under threat. Because he just took my rook with a knight move, or my knight with a knight move. So I gotta save my queen. He's probably gonna sack into my queen anyway, because that's a good thing to do when you're up a minor piece. This is fucked up.
Don't think you're defeated yet.
I don't. I just don't have many options. Ask how many turns away you are from mate. Suppose I could, but it's not answerable with a yes or no. You
could try Voltroning your pawns, except he did say that nothing can change identity.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's it.
Do I have any piece that can... You didn't say that there was any... Right. Oh, okay. Which of my... Well, no, because I can probably...
You could ask, is my queen threatened, right?
I'm just going to assume that it is. I don't think it's worth a question. You know, like I might be wrong, but I'd rather have the question. Oh no. Not having knights or bishops, I think, makes my pawns way worse. Because coordinating them with my rooks. If I just have pawns and rooks, then I don't have, like, supporting pieces. Okay. Can I... Well... I have no idea what my king does. And I do know that I can't capture his king. But I don't want to lose my queen. I'm gonna attempt. Queen A6, or sorry, Queen A5, which I think won't work, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Does not work.
Yeah, okay. Queen's got king moves. It's probably useful, so I gotta figure out what my queen does. What's my queen do? How can I ask a question that gives me the most information about what my queen does?
Could come up with 8 different options and map them to yes, no, and then the
Is
6
that
piece
allowed
names.
though?
If you want to go through all that trouble of figuring out how to phrase a question like that, I would give you an answer.
Okay.
That's a question answerable with yes, no, or the piece names. Like, if this option,
No,
reply
I know,
rook.
but
If
you
this
know.
option, reply bishop.
But he could limit it to not be like meta encoding, enabling other.
Yeah, like I was worried before about avoiding the metagame, avoiding people gaming the system. But if you want to go to all the trouble of gaming the system, you go right.
All right, okay. We're gonna try with n questions. You can create 7 to the n options to choose from.
And
if you were allowed to, no, because then you wouldn't be asking Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how you're allowed to like coordinate conditional answers between the questions.
I'm just thinking, do you want to spend the next hour defining a question?
Well, no, exactly. Okay. If I put my queen on on D7, will it? Okay, just pretend that I've encoded. I'm gonna give you 4 answers. Will it be threatened by the opponent's queen? Yes or no? And will I be threatening my opponent's queen? Yes or no?
Can I ask a clarification on that?
Yeah.
Is the threatened by the queen assuming that my pre-fire instructions don't fire?
I'm
For instance,
assuming
if
that
it's not threatened by a queen because a different piece would take it first.
No, I'm not asking about any other piece, just his queen.
I'm assuming
Okay.
that the pre-fire instruction is just an unstated, I'm going to say this at the beginning of every round if you don't let me encode it. And
Okay.
so until your round begins, officially that rule doesn't exist. It's just that when your round begins, you ask the question immediately.
Yeah, exactly. So what would Queen D7 be threatened by his queen? Yes or no? Would I threaten his queen? Yes or no?
Okay.
So 4 options.
It would threaten your queen. Your queen would not threaten his.
What the fuck does my queen do, dog?
I will give you one piece of information.
Yeah.
In playtesting, the Black Queen was considered the most broken piece on the board.
No, I figure, but you have to understand, like, I assume that you did playtesting where you told people how the pieces work.
True.
So your playtesting in no way corrected for the fact that it is difficult to unlock the powers of a piece, you know,
That's
knowing, right? And it's like really do. If you have like a fragile piece that barely moves, then that's going to be, you know, a problem, right? Okay. Well, that's my question that I asked, and I think my queen is threatened, and I don't want to lose my queen.
I'm gonna ask my question off turn, if I may.
Oh, sure, go.
Didn't you already ask your question for this round?
that's right. You already did.
Right, never mind.
You're gonna get another one at.
Have you tried saying I level up my queen? No piece can transform or change identity or whatever. Although, okay, I'm gonna try to level up my queen.
Does not work.
God damn. What the hell does... I'm gonna try to... Queen is win, queen is you. Okay, can I, using my queen, I'm gonna try to put all of my opponent's pieces on A1, starting snaking from, you know, whatever.
Does not work.
Oh, you also said like a turn ago that we couldn't push any of this, or I assume doesn't. Okay. I want to get my queen out of harm's way, but I think if I move it here or here, he can just capture it. Probably here too, if I had to guess. I don't want to trade away my queen. I want to find out what the fuck it does. Okay.
Would you like advice?
We're gonna go queen. Well, okay, sure. We'll take the advice.
Okay, yeah. That one actually, that move is made. That was the advice I was going to give you.
Okay, there we go. No, I don't think he can take it from here. I just don't know what it does.
Okay, so first, since you would advise that move, I'm assuming my queen instructions will not fire.
Does not fire. That's right.
Okay.
I think
I'd
I
like
could
to try
have
to
cobbled that together.
King E0.
King E0.
He would like
Off
to
the
make
board.
this move.
Does not work.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just leave it there. Just.
I don't think he said that it was an 8x8 board, so that's fair.
Okay. Rook I2.
Does not work. Does not work.
I do wonder. Well, we haven't. No, No, we can't rule out. No, we can. No, we can't. I was gonna say, could it be a toroidal topology?
I love.
So
the
personally,
conversation-
I think that your rooks are range 3 rooks that can also do king moves, ignoring the sides of the board.
No. What?
That's my completely insane guess about what your rooks are.
I tried to move my rooks diagonally one,
that did not work.
and it didn't work.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to take e6 with my queen.
E6.
Yeah, it's on e6.
Yeah, it's on A6.
Queen takes delta 6.
Oh, d6.
Does not work.
That
Okay.
doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
All right, so maybe it's broken asymmetric piece.
Okay, King Charlie 3.
King Charlie 3. That works.
That works.
Okay.
Maybe my queen is a sniper piece. Maybe. The fuck does my queen do? It's like one of the only. The fact that his queen can't take. Maybe his queen can go anywhere in like a light cone forward, or straight backward. Okay. I don't want to. No, because my structure. Oh, jeez, Rick. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take my shitty h7 knight and move it to c6.
That works.
Check.
And that is checked.
Okay. All right. We're making schmoves.
That was after a long period of thinking.
Yeah. Rick's get no love, says Narik. What do you think now? I'm not sure that this is love. It's something.
Okay.
Where we're going, we don't need pawns.
Okay.
The queen take
Wait,
does
and
not
you said
fire.
that that's check?
That's check. The queen take does not
My
fire.
queen instructions do not attempt.
I would do not attempt. Fair enough.
Explicitly.
Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble reading chat, to be honest.
Okay, I'd like to attempt to move my king to every white square in the sequence enumerated by the snake starting on A.
Every white square does not work.
Okay.
Does this motherfucker have a dark square king?
Okay,
Well-
then I'd like to attempt to move it to every dark square on the snake pattern, skipping A1 and E1.
Alright, so that takes you to C1.
I figured. He's made that type of move before.
Ah, shoot, I meant to skip that one too, but I messed up.
I'll let you take it back.
No. It's I gained the
I
information.
think it
I'm
would
not
get
gonna
you to
undo it.
A3, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
willing
well,
to- I'm willing
so
to bet
I
money.
didn't form my rule well. We pay the price of our actions.
All right.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
If that's what you want.
If that's what you want, Doc. Dude.
You have made a lot of king moves.
I'll attempt to castle.
So what?
I'll attempt to castle kingside.
Well, I don't actually have rules for that. And
So that's not allowed.
I don't-
Let him
Okay.
have it.
No, it'll probably put me in check anyway.
And well, you can't castle through chat.
Yeah. Oh, he's got knight moves. Yeah, I knew that.
Oh right, I have knight moves. Thanks.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Let me know when we get more questions. Oh
after
wait,
this
he's got a
move,
light
guys will each-
square. Oh, but I don't know if his bishops can probably take. But then I might lose my. Oh no, because he couldn't take the. Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to take his queen with all my pieces, snaking from h8 to a1.
Does not work.
I'm going to try for science. Consider a king move? I might.
Truncate the process.
You can, okay. Wait, what do you mean?
Just tell you what moves. Well, no, that'd be.
Yeah, don't do that.
Never mind.
Okay, I guess maybe we'll try king. Maybe we'll try king d7.
Does not work.
Because I'm in check or because it's not legal?
Does not lead.
All right, maybe I got light square. But I don't have the same superpower
both of our
that he's
kings
got.
have conditional movement.
You might be right. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's because I abandoned my. Okay, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do pawn d1 just to see if I get promotion.
Pawn d1, and no promotion. It's just on d1 now.
That should have been covered by my transformation thing.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Okay, I'm gonna try to take the pawn that is back ranked with my B rook followed by back rank bishop followed by king.
None work.
Okay.
I thought that he might not be able to recapture that pawn, so that's fine.
Okay, I'd like to try to move my rook. It's long diagonal starting with the furthest squares.
Your H rook does not work.
Okay.
Also,
I don't have a
you
question
guys,
yet, do I?
yeah, you
Do it.
guys just got another question. That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, is
asking
he
about
in,
all of the pieces in the game, not just surviving pieces. Did either of us have any Baroque pieces?
No.
no
okay.
Baroque pieces? Okay.
What is? I wish I could.
I've been worried that your queen is an immobilizer. I've never actually been next to it.
True, and it would be the most broken piece in the game.
Although, I guess if you have Baroque abilities but not Baroque movement rules, the answer to my question would have been a no.
It also would have been threatened by. It wouldn't have been threatened by the queen if I had moved it to here.
It just wasn't a legal move.
No, if my queen.
No, on his 4-part question.
Yeah.
Queen would not have been
that's
threatened if my queen had
Yeah,
been
yeah,
immobilized.
yeah. Okay. No, we knew that.
Okay. I guess my Baroque question was poorly formed because if any of your pieces have like different movement but the Baroque abilities, then the answer would be no. Oh, I didn't actually get at the information I wanted, but
I'll actually
Okay.
give you a little bit more. None of them have Baroque abilities.
Nice.
okay.
That's Peppo G. I've been worried about long leapers. Rip pincers?
Okay.
Yeah. No, well, my pawns, I knew that they couldn't capture anything anyway, so.
Okay, I'm just gonna play Queen F6.
Queen F6 does not work.
Yeah, he
Okay,
can
good, because I think
take
that would have
there,
also
yeah.
blundered my queen.
Yeah.
Okay,
You think that would have blundered your queen, but not any of the other moves that you've tried?
okay, shush. Queen D6.
Queen D6 does not work.
Huh.
Oh, I couldn't take my pawn on
Queen-
d6 earlier, but
Queen
a move is
F4?
different than a capture.
Queen F4 does not work.
I sense asymmetry.
A Queen G4.
G does not work.
Queen F5.
F5 does work.
Queen
And take-
f5 works?
Queen F5 works.
This is fucked up, dog. Alright, I'll try to take his queen with all my pieces.
Does not work.
Okay, now here's the thing. I think I might be able to schmoove on David here, but I don't know. he couldn't take this pawn earlier, so I'm gonna try and put my rook on d1.
Rook takes d1.
Check. Hell yeah, dog.
Which rook?
My h
The
rook.
rook on h8.
Oh god. Okay.
The previous move, I wanted to fork that move and the queen, like a discovered attack.
Okay. Recapture with my king.
Does not work.
Creepers.
I think you gotta move your king to a3.
Sure. I'd like to try to move my king to every unoccupied square, or any. I'd like to try to move my king to every square that is not occupied by one of my pieces in the snake, starting from A1, excepting B2 until the very end of the snake.
Okay. So you move your king to a1.
Okay.
I forgot how my king moved again.
Yeah, I think that works. I just assumed you didn't want to do that because I'm gonna do rook
I'm
takes
throwing
b1
so hard
check.
now, but no, I that was a full mistake. It's an honest blunder.
Okay. That is d takes b1 check.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. The hero pawn rook situation.
That you were ragging on those things at the beginning of the game. Now look at him.
It was avoidable, I think.
Okay, I try to
Self-capture
take
redeeming itself.
his rook that's giving check with my rook.
Does not work.
I take it with my queen.
Does not work.
I take it with my bishop.
Does not work.
I take it with all of my pawns following the snake pattern.
Does not work.
Okay, I try to move my king to every dark square in a snake pattern.
a3, I bet.
Yeah, that'll take you to a3.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. I can't tell if I love it or hate it. How could you possibly hate this? Little too much snakiness for my taste? No, I get where you're coming from. If I need to find out what the fuck my queen does, man. Do we have questions yet?
Yeah, you have a question. David already has used his.
Oh yeah.
You are turn 28.
Shit. Too confusing? Okay. It's gonna be about my queen, and I'll give you 8 options. Okay, this doesn't have. Okay. Can my queen? Oh God, because I have to make them. Okay. Can my queen either not take pieces? Take pieces with a movement onto a square move. Take pieces with a ranged attack. Okay. Or not take pieces and also swap places with either my own pieces or my opponent's pieces, or not take pieces and move my opponent's pieces.
All right. Oh,
Mans is gonna get option number rook.
I'll give my own answer.
Yeah, sure.
Your queen is an asymmetrical piece
Uh-huh.
and can only take pieces with one of its directions.
With one of its directions.
Yes. It has a move that it can only make in a particular direction, and it can only take moves in that particular
Are you saying
direction.
in like an ordinal or cardinal direction?
Yes.
Or okay. Balls.
Well, I guess it's a little bit more complicated. It's not just like orthogonal directions. It's a little bit more complicated.
Okay. Has his have his pawns taken one move back? I think not. His pawns in the game yesterday had a one move to the back capture, right? We haven't done that in this game. That hasn't occurred.
That's true.
My queen has a dumper. For my question, can I ask whether my queen has a dumpy? Is my queen caked up? All right, I'm gonna try to capture his bishop with my rook on b1, which I think won't work, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Does not work.
All right, I think I have range 3 rook movement maybe. I'm gonna try and.
I think there's also something with the borders, but wait, no, it's a self capture. Never mind.
I'm gonna try and. All right, I'm gonna try and take his queen with everything.
Does not work.
All right. How is that a TOS emote? Is what I want to know. All right. I'm gonna. Oh God, wait. What does his bishop do? Hold on, I forget what his bishop does. Now I'm.
He hasn't explored his bishop very much.
Right?
So.
Oh, what if his bishop takes like a bishop? My queen, man, my queen's so useless. Okay, it's useless because I don't know what it does. How are there two emotes that are the same butt? It has pants on, Kappa? Is that, well, all right.
Topic.
if hot tub streams are a thing. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna, for science, I'm gonna try and capture all his pieces with my queen snaking from a1 to h8.
Does not work.
Well, my queen can only capture backwards, but anything on the board backwards?
Maybe.
But it can only move like a king. Oh God. Okay. Oh jeez. Okay.
Jeez, Rick.
Jeez, Rick. Well, okay, if I can't take that pawn, that helps me, right? Okay, I can't. Okay, the fact that I can't take anything here right now tells me something.
Have you tried to take the pawn on b3?
With what?
With the rook.
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure. What was that to say? I didn't think that.
I'd be afraid of this queen. I can't take anything with my queen right now. Okay, I need to get it into a position where I can possibly take stuff. Although, okay, that queen couldn't take laterally before, so I'm gonna guess that it can't take laterally now. Although I don't. I already asked my question, right?
That's right.
You said it's asymmetric. You didn't say it was conditional.
Hello.
Hello. All right, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna. No. I think his king can definitely take my queen there. Man, I had to take advantage. Well, okay, I could do. All right, I'm gonna try and take with this rook. I'm gonna try and take a2.
Does not work.
I'm gonna try and take b2.
Take b2.
b2.
Sorry. c2.
Does not work.
All right. I mean, they seem to move like rooks, but with limited range. Can I and then the. Okay, I'm gonna try and move this. It's gonna take so fucking long to. Okay. And I can't take. Okay, and I can't. Okay. Oh, but his bishop. Okay.
So many okays.
Oh, but it's probably. Okay. What if his bishops are camel riders? No, pieces yesterday were camel riders. So I doubt that that's a thing. All right. Oh, we're going to go for queen c5.
All right, queen c5 is made.
Is it check?
It is not check.
Okay.
Oh.
Or just end in stalemate. All right, I'm gonna pick up the pace with my gameplay, I think. trying to get through this.
This is an intense game.
It
I
is.
worry if it stresses you guys out. I don't know.
Okay.
If it is, it's worth.
Okay.
I'm gonna try playing Rook E3.
Does not work.
What a move. Jesus Christ, poison.
Poison sir.
No, just her emote usage. It's choice. Wow. I need a bonk emote. Just for poison.
Bishop B7.
Bishop B7 does not work.
Okay. I was thinking that it might be like a reflective bishop, but it's only allowed to make moves that bounce at least once.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know why. There was no evidence for this theory.
Wait,
but-
that's such a nice bonk emote. Who the heck is this? Poison's got the best emotes.
Yeah, poison does have a lot of really great emotes. I always notice it.
Okay, can I take the queen with my king? I assume.
No.
I'm
That would put you in check.
okay. That is what I wanted to know because I know it was technically probed by my prior instructions, but I wanted that confirmation.
Look at his Noah Thas's like jank ass emojis trying to build his own emotes. It's really funny.
King A2.
King A2
Or
does not
King
work.
A2.
Does not work.
They seem to have a dark square king.
Oh right. I was hoping self-capture of pawns would supersede that, allowing it to like change parity.
I feel you.
We could have done that with the knights, actually.
Yeah, I know because
Oh,
it
yeah,
can
yeah.
swap with them.
But that's
I think we already knew that. Oh boy. I feel like I have lost my advantage.
Just try and move your bishop.
Okay, I'm gonna try to move my bishop to every occupied opponent square in a reverse snake, followed by unoccupied squares in a forward snake.
So occupied, then unoccupied, right?
Yes, but occupied in a reverse snake and then unoccupied in a forward snake.
So forward is
Might be
starting-
dangerous.
So forward is starting from A1, going up.
Yes.
All right. In that case, that's F1 to E2.
F1 to E2?
Okay.
F1 to E2.
Somehow I think my rook might be threatened right now. It's because it made a camel capture earlier in the game, right? Problem is, I wanted to try to capture B3 with my knight, but now his bishop probably takes back.
With your knight?
Sorry, that's funny. With my rook, of course. We got one of
Well,
those.
you should
in.
try capturing with your knight. There might be pieces I can
that's
capture
true.
from
Okay,
the grave.
trying to capture everything with my knight. In a snake pattern. Okay.
Your queen is broken because its rule is strike me down and I will become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
Yeah, if you take it, you get all the pieces that I'm taking back.
All right, I'm gonna try to take all his pieces with my queen.
Not work.
God damn it! How do I get my? What do I do with my rook?
Would you like advice?
Why not? Yeah.
I would recommend pushing the queen up to one of the 3 squares in front.
I was gonna try to either do that or move my rook, because it seems like my queen, based on the information that you've given me so far with my questions, that my queen will be real strong if it's somewhere that isn't just having all of the pieces on the board in front of it. Like I'm assuming that maybe if I push this queen, that it will threaten his queen maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and push to here. His bishop just moved like a bishop, so potentially it's gonna, and it's not like, so that might jack my steez. Oh wait. He's made a backwards. He's made knight captures before.
Oh, you okay?
So I think I don't want to do that. But he's okay. His king, funnily enough, I don't think I've seen his king captured diagonally forward like this. I've only seen him capture diagonally forward like skipping. There's like a name for that move. I don't remember.
It's a 2-2 leap.
It's like a vizier move, I think, right?
Vizier is 1 square diagonal.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, you're thinking of Wazir.
Aleph is 2 squares diagonal.
Skipping over?
Yeah, skipping over. The Baba is 2 squares orthogonal. And Furs is 1 square.
I think if I do this, then again, I don't know if I guess I haven't tried capturing things with my knight jumping over pieces, right?
So the first one that you attempted was c5 to d4.
Yeah, but I have not locked that in. Because I suspect that his queen might just be able to take it. Because his queen has made knight moves forward. No, you know what? He's got a weird asymmetric queen.
Okay.
I'm going to gamble on it not being able to make backwards knight moves because that might balance it. Okay. Although, what if it moved? Yeah, because yeah, we'll just do it. All right, that's fine. All right, we're gonna go queen c5 to d4 because we need this game to end.
Okay, my instructions execute, right?
You do not take his queen.
Okay, all right, we did it.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like my queen is probably threatened right now. I also want to try to take your rook with my bishop, though.
True.
Which one do you want to attempt?
I'll take the rook.
Does not work.
We did it. Okay.
The coin lands on the other side.
Coin lands on its edge. I have no idea what to make of the result. Oh, dude. All right. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
We got okay. We're in the end game now.
Okay. King. Okay. Just as a formality, King B2.
King B. No, it does not work.
Because it's check.
Because it's not a legal move.
Nice.
Okay.
So he's got hops.
King C1. I expect to hear that it's illegal because check.
Check.
Okay. I'd like to try to capture the rook with the A pawn followed by the C pawn.
Does not work. Does not work.
Attempt it with the B pawn.
Does not work.
Okay. Queen 3.
Queen, what 3?
Foxtrot 3.
Foxtrot 3. That works.
Queen F3 works?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take all his pieces with my pieces. Sorry, I meant with my queen. I didn't mean with my
okay.
pieces.
Yeah, you cannot take it.
I didn't figure. The thing is, now I can't. All right. Well, I can. Well, I can. Well. All right.
Back and forth.
Then again, he couldn't take, but it could. Maybe it's just a backwards capture. But then maybe I don't feel comfortable pushing my queen again. Okay, now my queen's probably threatened by his queen. Maybe. and then take.
One thing that I've noticed is that Samet takes a lot longer to figure things out than David does.
It's true. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do rook. I'm gonna do rook a6 check.
Right, that's check.
All right.
C6, A6. Also,
What was
that's
played?
C6 to A6.
Yeah.
And that's check. And also,
Is it mate?
that's not mate yet. This is the end of the 30th turn. You guys now have an extra question.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Now, all over the country this month, thousands of people are going to summer camp, where they awake every morning and go to sleep every night to the strains of the bugle. So the Alamite Brigadiers thought it would be appropriate to play.
All right. Are my rooks the only pieces that can swap places with my pawns?
Yes.
Good to know.
Okay. Very easy.
Marik asks if he says if you want to make this a best of 3, I'd love to host another round. I think having this with, I think that Nathaniel is probably a much more like reserved.
If I were allowed to make
moderator?
if I were allowed to make 2 consecutive moves, say the name of the first piece that could capture the opponent queen in the sequence pawn, knight, bishop, rook that could do it. And if none could do it, say no.
If a piece were allowed to make 2 consecutive moves, the first one that would be like out of that ordering that you gave me, the first one would be pawn.
First one would be pawn.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
You haven't tried the sideways pawn move.
You're in check.
Yeah.
Sure.
Narik
Yeah, but
PMing
I
this.
want to learn as much of this game as I can
No,
before
that's
I
fair.
lose.
Narik
fair.
PMing this would be nightmarish, I must say.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna lower the question timer to
King-
once every 2 moves.
All right.
King
sounds good.
C5.
C5.
King Charlie
does
5.
not hit. You are in check.
Knew it. Oh, okay.
Okay. King Charlie 3.
Charlie 3 is the only legal move.
Nailed it. The thing is, this sucks. I wonder if his bishop can take. Well, nothing ventured. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna try rook b1 takes b3 check.
Right? That is done. And that is check.
Nice.
Okay. I guess I try to take the rook with all of my pawns following a snake pattern, followed by my king.
Right? None of them work.
Hey, I'd like to try to take the rook with my bishop as a forward camel move instead of a backwards camel move.
That works.
No! Fuck this game.
Easiest game of my life.
All right. Oh man, this is
Absolutely
trouble.
baited.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez, Rick. So it can move as at least one move up as a bishop. So it went from F1 to E2. I
Just
can't.
in the sake of fairness, this is not a thing of like it being a blocked camel. Making sure I didn't accidentally.
It's a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
It does make camel moves, but they are sliding moves.
Yeah. Okay. And wait, and it slid. What?
It slid.
All right. What?
Oh, maybe it makes a. No, that doesn't work.
Maybe it makes camel moves as a bishop?
What does that mean?
Sorry.
So, Chris, how-
Like so from like E2 to
Yeah, okay,
C4
okay.
to B3. Because that would, maintain some resemblance to like the bishop.
I remember what I said at the beginning. It does retain some of the pieces do retain some inspiration from their original piece.
Oh wait, it actually could be the up down L.
Up,
Up, down, up,
down, up, down. Oh yeah, it could. But no, wait, what? Up, down.
No, as in, picture the 4 black squares it would take to traverse a camel path.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, that I'm picturing different squares, but also that doesn't work in this situation. But no, I get what.
All right, I feel like if I
Yes.
put my okay, I think that my queen and my rook are both threatened. I think, well, okay, it's not. Well, okay. You know what? We'll try and push our queen to whatever the fuck this is.
Okay, I
E3.
take the queen with my pawn on E3.
All right. Is a queen taken?
No. He's just got straight up orthogonal what's it called? Shohei pawns. All right. Well, okay.
Also, that was the end of the 30-second round. Got another set of questions.
Okay.
Okay. Is my bishop a camel that moves by making you get from doing essentially a 2+1 but with diagonal directions?
No.
I want to know so bad what the pieces were. There will be a reveal at the end, Andre.
That will.
Wow, I really threw this, didn't I? Okay. Do my pieces are my pieces just queens that can swap places, or that are like teleport pads for my rooks with no additional abilities, or do they? Yeah, that's it.
They have more abilities.
Figure out what the fuck my pawns do. All right. Let's get my rook out of harm's way, possibly. I don't really know how to do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a spoiler.
Yeah.
You cannot checkmate David.
At all?
Not with the pieces that you currently have remaining.
Should we call it then? Because
You
I
want-
would
I
actually
mean,
look
if
forward to
that's
figuring
true,
out how
then
to make the
I
piece.
concede.
Okay. All right. In that
Game.
case. All right. So that's the. I'm supposing that this is the match.
Okay.
to-
This is the match. Wait, Ryan thinks it is possible for me to checkmate, and he does know the rules, but not likely.
I'm pretty sure there isn't. Well,
Do I need to like take all his pieces?
maybe. But like the thing, Ryan, is that he has to understand how his pawns work, and he doesn't.
Ryan, aren't you playing tourney finale? Well, I'd ask questions about my pawns for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
if Sabet technically has a legal mate, then I will offer a draw.
Okay.
No, I'll concede. I'll just
Okay.
concede. Okay. GG.
Game.
Good
Alright.
game. That was insane. Okay, that also took substantially. That took like an hour longer
Yeah.
than it did yesterday, but I think we might have had spicier pieces as well.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and tell you.
All right,
Remember
I'm
at the
gonna
beginning
set
of the
this back
game,
up.
when the white king was on e5 and could not make any moves.
Yeah.
That you guys were surmising that it was because it wasn't adjacent to any pawns.
That was my guess. Yes.
The reason was that it had just taken a black pawn.
Oh.
So the black pawns, if they are taken, they paralyze that piece for 3 rounds.
Holy crap.
Oh.
So, and also, for those 3 rounds, there's more. The Black Army can move that piece as though it were their own.
What?
So the Black Pawns can potentially be really strong. But like I kind of underestimated how difficult it was.
It can be as strong as you want, but if it's like super difficult to ascertain what the function of the piece is, then that balances it so that it's, somewhat useless. So you have to balance like the opacity of the rules with the strength of them, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Those are fucking crazy
I am
pawns.
elated by this revelation.
That's insane. Oh,
All right,
dude.
the white pawns.
He was gobbling pawns with his queen. I could have fucked him up. Oh, no.
Yeah, a couple of times. All right. White pawns can move in any orthogonal direction 1 square. They are very strong.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right. The black queen can move 1 step forward. This is a very controversial piece.
Okay.
Ryan actually was thinking that it was underpowered. Crazy was thinking it was overpowered.
Okay.
The black queen can move.
I trust
without...
Ryan. No offense, Crazy.
It can move without taking 1 step forward, or it can capture any piece on a rank behind it, no matter where it is on the board.
That's what
I got that.
thought at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, I did think that it just attacked everything behind it. So that's cool.
The white queen can move forward and backwards any number of squares. Or it can take 1 diagonal step and then any number of squares in the vertical direction, continuing that pattern. So it's kind of like a trident.
Okay, so you're saying the white queen it has a vertical move.
Yes.
Or it can go diagonally back and then forward any number of squares like that.
If it goes diagonally back, it has to continue back.
Oh, so it either...
So it's a diagonal plus vertical hook mover?
Yes.
Hold on.
And it can also take
Hold
one
on.
step diagonally.
Didn't it do like a knight capture at some point?
Yes.
How?
That was a diagonal move followed by a vertical move.
I thought you said if it makes a diagonal move, then it
has to continue in the file, continuing in the same direction relative to where it started. So you have
if it were
on
to continue moving,
F4.
that it has to do that, I think.
Yes.
So E5 to E4, it could continue to F3.
I still do not understand.
I think it's that if it wants to move more than just 1 square diagonally, it continues moving vertically instead of continuing the diagonal. But it can do the single step diagonal. It's just additional squares would be in the strictly vertical dimension.
Okay. The pieces
so I think it
on
could do
E5,
like A1 to B2.
what are the squares
then
that it
B3?
can move onto? From E5.
So this one could currently move on to D3, D4.
From to where?
So it's currently on E6.
Yes.
So D3.
D3. Wait, it's not. It's on E5 right now.
E5. So it could move on to D3.
D3?
D3. Well, let me step you through how it would get there.
Okay.
Put it back on E5.
Yeah.
It would first go to D4. And then to D3.
Okay, so it can make a backwards trident move.
Yes, exactly. Or a forwards trident move.
Oh, but it can make forwards trident moves.
It can make forwards trident moves.
Okay.
But it cannot step horizontally to the sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it can move forward like this, or anything. It can attack all of these squares.
Yes.
But the path is like this.
Yes,
or
exactly.
all of these 9 squares, but the path is diagonal first and then that way?
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Next one.
That's weird.
The White King
Yeah,
could swap places with the knight,
right.
any knight from anywhere.
Or
Or
his
it
knights.
can-
I'm
I
guessing.
think like that king moved around so much, you guys really understood how that king moved.
Ish.
With any knight, just mine or opponents?
With
as
your
well?
knights, with your knights.
Ah,
Yeah. And in the rules, I actually made that be a knight move. So if the king was paralyzed, you could actually get it out of the place.
Ah, okay, that's cool.
gotcha.
All right, wait,
Um,
okay, hold on. But just do kind of spell out what the rest of the movement is for the king.
Yeah, it can move. It can jump 2 squares orthogonally, or 2 squares diagonally.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
2/2 or a 2/0 leaper. That can
Yeah.
also switch place with the knight.
And there were some thoughts about like, is this really strong? But in practice, it's a lot easier to checkmate this guy than it is to checkmate the Black King.
Okay.
And the Black King is
Yeah.
is much trickier to describe. It
Okay.
can't move normally.
Okay.
It can only move while in check.
Okay.
While in check, it can make queen moves, but only as far as it requires to escape the squares currently attacked by the piece that is attacking it.
Can it make
So,
any
yeah,
captures?
a little bit difficult to describe. Say again.
Can it make any captures?
It can make captures if that move that I just described lands on a particular piece.
Wow, wait, that's broke as fuck. So, okay. Wow,
So
that's
here,
pretty
real
crazy.
quick. Move it to E5, and then put a white knight on C4. Let's say C4. So, with this current setup, it's in check.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the knights do yet, but sure.
Oh yeah. Okay. It can make knight moves. Let's say that this is a standard chess knight.
Okay.
Right. It can make queen moves, but only far enough to escape the attacked region.
So king moves.
Yeah, so king moves in most directions.
Yeah.
But if you were to try to move to D6, that would still be attacked.
Oh.
So instead, it would have to move to C7
Right.
if that
Which-
weren't occupied.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's how the Black King moves. Never came-
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That sounds really annoying to try to mate.
Yeah.
So this game could have
It's-
taken a long time.
Yeah, like usually in test games, mating it involved the white pawns because they could make a box around it,
Oh, right.
and
right.
yeah, so it couldn't move off.
Okay.
Now the white knights, they were knight riders, so
I
they
thought
could
they
make
were knight
repeated knight moves in a line,
Okay.
and they could swap places with the white king.
I like that.
Yeah, I figured both of those out.
The black knight can make moves as a king
I saw that.
and capture as a knight.
Okay.
And it is probably one of the more powerful black pieces.
It seemed pretty good.
And the last ones, I believe, are the bishops. The
Yeah.
white bishop can move as a bishop 1 or 2 squares, and after the 2 square move, can make an orthogonal diagonal step.
That was what I asked.
Was? Okay.
that's
I
not what I
asked
thought
if
you
it could
asked.
make like a 2+1. Basically, it was like a diagonal knight instead of orthogonal
Yeah.
one.
Okay, then yeah. It is
Okay,
kind of
okay.
like a knight turned 45 degrees.
Right. So
But it can also
2 in one
move-
direction and then 1 in the orthogonal direction.
But it can also move 1 square orthogonally,
Yeah.
or 2 squares, or not orthogonally, diagonally.
Yeah.
1 square diagonally, or 2 squares.
So it's a range 2 bishop or a diagonal knight.
yes,
All of those capturing.
yes.
I really like that. I do really appreciate how all of the pieces more or less are
Actually,
kind of
there's
themed.
one, the black bishop. You
Yeah.
said you had queen bishops.
Yeah.
You are kind of half correct. It can move as a queen forward.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, so it can't move horizontally or backwards
Gotcha.
as a queen. Its only backwards move is a jump to the back rank.
Does it jump over everything?
Jumps over everything.
That seems okay. That seems
Yeah.
pretty decent.
So the way that the game is balanced, the white army has much stronger pawns.
We haven't done rooks, have we?
We haven't done that. You're right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, the white rooks, probably the most gimmicky piece on the board.
Yeah.
It cannot move if there is no piece adjacent to it
Ah, orthogonally or diagonally or both.
in any way.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there is a piece next to it, put a piece next to it real quick.
Yeah.
It can move around that piece
What?
in a circular fashion. So this one, yeah, exactly. You got it.
Is it
If
clockwise
there's
or
multiple connected
counterclockwise
pieces,
or
can it
both?
orbit the entire island?
It cannot orbit the entire island. It can only orbit a singular piece.
Oh, okay. Can you choose the direction in which it orbits?
Yes. It can go clockwise or counterclockwise. It is, in my experience, it is really tricky to develop, but if you develop it, it's actually pretty strong, which is weird.
Would be
Now-
cool if there was a version that could that could orbit an
Yeah.
island of orthogonally connected pieces.
That would be pretty cool.
That might be
Oh,
broken. I don't know. That'd be crazy. The
Also-
rook here would control all of these squares.
Ah.
Or without.
that would be
anything.
pretty strong. Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be hard
And
to figure out how to
you
use it. if
guys- You guys figured out the black rook. It was a range 3 rook that could take any black pawn on the board.
Okay. Okay, we figured that one out.
Yeah. And
Uh,
also, I never actually described how the black pawns move.
Yeah.
They can make orthogonal steps, any number of orthogonal steps in any order. They cannot step diagonally.
Wow. What? So
Yeah.
they're
Alright,
like
say that
god
again?
pieces?
So the black pawns can make any number of orthogonal steps in any sequence. So they can go forward, right, forward, right, up, and however it wants to. I was expecting the black pawns to just be teleporting around when you guys started making your I try to move this to this square.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't really try to do.
That's true.
Dude.
Yeah. But yeah,
They're kind
okay.
of they're like wisps kind of in
They're kinda
CEO,
like this, yeah.
right?
But I did give them, like, the original version of them, they did have a teleport. But that made them way too strong because they could just, like, as soon as a person moved moved a white pawn forward, they would jump back to the spot that pawn had just left.
Right.
And it would really, like, it was an impressive strategy. It was not fun to play.
If they knew how the pawns worked.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. All right. But, yeah, so I made it so that they couldn't take diagonal moves. So if you have like a diamond area, they can't get into that. But
Oh,
otherwise, they
So,
might
like,
as well be
here.
teleporting pieces.
None of my pawns can get there to
Exactly.
H2.
They can't get there. They can get very close to there, but they can't
Yeah.
get there.
So,
could
I
get
might
there
actually,
now.
because I think we've spent enough time on this challenge, but I would love to challenge you actually just in this variant at some later
Oh
point.
yeah.
I was
That
actually
sounds fun.
thinking of that being my next challenge. Just challenge like Sumet to play this particular variant.
That'd be dope.
I think
Yeah, you
that
should-
knowing
I'd
the
love
I
that.
rules
encourage you
and
to
what-
do that.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. This is nutty.
Thank you for playing. This was a
Thank
lot
This
of
you
is a
so much for
fantastic game
putting
that
this
you designed.
together.
Sorry we only found 20% of it.
Yeah.
This was an 80% speed run.
Yeah, I I was thinking that you guys would probably figure out some of the things on the second or third game. I did not anticipate the first game being as long as it was.
Yeah, it's all good. Black Queen promotion is just M1. True.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wow. That's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, because they don't capture sideways. So not quite.
Yeah, exactly. So like I made sure to leave that in there as like a last, like if it's on the back rank, the black king can't go anywhere, or the white king can't go anywhere, but it is pretty much mate position.
Wow. That's
So
crazy.
like, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I had a ton of fun. Thank you so much, Nathaniel, for putting this together. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for accepting the challenge and enjoying it. It was actually a lot of fun to put together.
No, I'm really glad to hear that. Thank
And
you,
I think
David.
it's a really cool variant. Like, I've studied a lot of fairy pieces, and a lot of those I don't actually know much precedent for. So,
Well, thanks. Like, yeah, I really like the asymmetrical bishop queens. I actually gave all the pieces names too. So
Nice.
the bishop queens are called cobras.
Ah, that's cute. I like that.
Oh yeah, the strategy behind it was with the black pieces. All of their like back rank pieces are really pretty strong,
Mm-hmm.
but the pawns are kind of weak situational. But anyways, yeah.
I think the black pieces were more like abstract. They were kind of like stronger but more difficult to decipher maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I think my knights I kind of got. Then again, the rooks I also got. Although the pawn teleporting I stumbled into. So yeah. Wow, that's pretty great.
You almost managed to mate there at the end with those
I
rooks.
know. All right.
I guess
Okay.
we hop out of the Discord chat now and go back over to the Twitch chat.
Yeah. If you got any goodbyes to say, tell chat goodbye.
All right, everybody, make sure that you subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already.
Ah, you're far too kind. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it.
all right, catch you guys back in chat.
There we go. All right, I'm out. Have a good night. Wow. That was fantastic. It took a little longer than I anticipated, but hopefully it wasn't too sleep OG there at the end. I think it was worth for the reveal.